Welcome to Unit 1, Week 5, Well-being.
And the topic is how food reaches in our body.
Okay. So why do we feel hungry every day?
Is it natural that when your stomach is hurting and you want to eat more food? Is that a natural feeling or is something wrong with you? So think about it.
Every morning when you wake up, the first thing is to eat because you feel hungry, because after 9-10 hours of sleep, your body needs energy.
So the purpose, today we will learn about how food reaches in our body to be able to create a model of the digestive system and explain functions of organs in the digestive system. We will explain the process of the digestive system and absorption together while acting in compliance with orders, requests, and instructions heard and read and creative works of visual art by applying principles of forms and blank space.
All right, let's go to the vocabulary.
So the first word is digestion. Digestion. Digestion means the breakdown of food into small particles so that the body can take it into the blood.
The second one is digestive system. Digestive system. So this one is the food process from the mouth onto the rectum. So it's the full process.
The third word is the stomach. The stomach. Okay? The stomach is an organ of your body where all the food is broken down.
All right, and the last one, intestine. Intestine. It's where everything is processed and after to go to the rectum. We'll see this in detail now. So you have the body system, you have the circulatory system, it's all with the blood, the respiratory system.
And the respiration is with the air. And the next is the digestive system, which helps with food.
So today we'll see the digestive system.
So here is a video. You eat the food. It goes through your food pipe or the esophagus. The mouth, you break it down with your teeth. And from the esophagus, the food goes to your stomach. And the liver helps the stomach with the digestion. And after that, the food goes into the small intestine. And after that, it goes into the large intestine. And all the good minerals, such as potassium, calcium, magnesium, iron, all of those are absorbed into your blood in the small intestine. And everything that is bad is then thrown outside the body.
Very well. So here we will watch a video. So please listen carefully and take notes of the video.
Across the whole planet, humans eat on average between 1 and 2.7 kilograms of food a day. That's over 365 kilograms a year per person, and more than 28,800 kilograms over the course of a lifetime. And every last scrap makes its way through the digestive system. Comprised of 10 organs, covering 9 meters, and containing over 20 specialized cell types, this is one of the most diverse and complicated systems in the human body. Its parts continuously work in unison to fulfill a singular task, transforming the raw materials of your food into the nutrients and energy that keep you alive. Spanning the entire length of your torso, the digestive system has 4 main components. First, there's the gastrointestinal tract, a twisting channel that transports your food and has an internal surface area of between 30 and 40 square meters, enough to cover half a badminton court. Second, there's the pancreas, gallbladder, and liver, a trio of organs that break down food using an array of special juices. Third, the body's enzymes, hormones, nerves, and blood all work together to break down food, modulate the digestive process, and deliver its final products. Finally, there's the mesentery, a large stretch of tissue that supports and positions all your digestive organs in the abdomen, enabling them to do their jobs. The digestive process begins before food even hits your tongue. Anticipating a tasty morsel, glands in your mouth start to pump out saliva. We produce about 1.5 liters of this liquid each day. Once inside your mouth, chewing combines with the sloshing saliva to turn food into a moist lump called the bolus. Enzymes present in the saliva break down any starch. Then your food finds itself at the rim of a 25 centimeter long tube called the esophagus, down which it must plunge to reach the stomach. Nerves in the surrounding esophageal tissue sense the bolus's presence and trigger peristalsis, a series of defined muscular contractions. That propels the food into the stomach, where it's left at the mercy of the muscular stomach walls, which pound the bolus, breaking it into chunks. Hormones secreted by cells in the lining trigger the release of acids and enzyme-rich juices from the stomach wall that start to dissolve the food and break down its proteins. These hormones also alert the pancreas, liver, and gallbladder to produce digestive juices and transfer bile, a yellowish-green liquid that digests fat, in preparation for the next stage. After 3 hours inside the stomach, the once shapely bolus is now a frothy liquid called chyme, and it's ready to move into the small intestine. The liver sends bile to the gallbladder, which secretes it into the first portion of the small intestine, called the duodenum. Here, it dissolves the fats floating in the slurry of chyme so they can be easily digested by the pancreatic and intestinal juices that have leached onto the scene. These enzyme-rich juices break the fat molecules down into fatty acids and glycerol for easier absorption into the body. The enzymes also carry out the final deconstruction of proteins into amino acids and carbohydrates into glucose. This happens in the small intestine's lower regions, the jejunum and ileum, which are coated in millions of tiny projections called villi. These create a huge surface area to maximize molecule absorption and transference into the bloodstream. The blood takes them on the final leg of their journey to feed the body's organs and tissues. But it's not over quite yet. Leftover fiber, water, and dead cells sloughed off during digestion make it into the large intestine, also known as the colon. The body drains out most of the remaining fluid through the intestinal wall. What's left is a soft mass called stool. The colon squeezes this byproduct into a pouch called the rectum, where nerves sense it expanding and tell the body when it's time to expel the waste. The byproducts of digestion exit through the anus, and the food's long journey, typically lasting between 30 and 40 hours, is finally complete. TED-Ed is a nonprofit. If you value our work, please consider supporting it on patreon.com/TEDEd.
Okay, welcome back to the video. So now, how long does the food stay in your stomach?
So it is something to think about. If you drink water, does the water stay in your stomach for a short time or a long time? And if you eat a pizza, does it stay for a short time or does it stay in your stomach for a long time?
So let's see in detail. So food that digests slowly, so it takes a long time in the intestine. So you have some vegetables, some carrots.
That is the cabbage, and a lot of dairy, so milk and yogurt digests very, very slowly. Okay? And fruits also, apple, oranges, they do break down very, very slowly. And all the pasta that you eat, all the bread that you eat, corn, sweet corn, all of that takes a very long time for the body to break down.
then also the nuts and some legumes, peanuts, chickpea, and all this food. And then the food that digests moderately, so not too slow, not too fast.
So the sweet potato is very nice. It takes just the right amount of time. And you have fruits, so banana, pineapple, watermelon, all of that also digests fairly quickly. It does not stay for a long time. And then you have cereals. So cereal is the breakfast you eat in the morning. And then you have some moderate carbs such as brown rice, honey, popcorn. So all these are actually very good for you. So popcorn is actually a very high protein snack. So it's okay if you eat popcorn.
Then the food that digests quickly.
So if you look at that, the potatoes, and in the morning when you have your porridge, cereal, and white bread and white rice, all this food digests very, very quickly. But you have to be careful because all this food that digests very quickly can cause diabetes. So as you grow older, you have to be very careful about which food you eat.
Alright. So what's the job of the stomach? So it's store food. It's like a storage place.
And also like the stomach helps to break down the food into a liquid with the help of acid. Like sometimes when you feel burning in your stomach, it is because of hydrochloric acid in your stomach.
And the last one, slowly move the liquid into the small intestine. So then you see a blender. So it's what the stomach does. So the stomach acts like a blender, using the strong stomach muscle and gastric juices to create a liquid mixture to send to the small intestine. These juices also kill bacteria.
And sometimes the acid is so powerful, it even kills the good bacteria in your body. So that is why you should be very careful about what kind of food you eat.
So your health is related to what you eat. So always be careful. So the small intestine. The average adult small intestine is 6 meters long.
So to give you an idea, the door in your house is about 2 meters in your house, the door. So you have to put 3 doors, and that is how long the intestine of a normal person is. And so it is like a small balloon which is wrapped up very closely together.
So it breaks down food even more so that the body can absorb the nutrition from your food, such as the calcium from the cheese on your pizza.
So your blood, which is very important in your body, gets all the important minerals from the food, and that is done in the small intestine.
Okay, so here's some example. If you like watermelon, so it takes only 20 minutes to digest. Then all here fruits and vegetables takes very fast. And then here boiled egg, 45 minutes. Fish, here I know here in time you need a lot of fish or salmon, so it's between 30 and 60 minutes. Potatoes, 1 hour, like French fries or like potato. Cheese, I think here you love cheese, so also takes 1.5 hours, 2 hours. And pork, I think the main meal, pork and chicken, between 4 and 5 hours. So if you eat pork before sleeping, so you cannot maybe sleep well, or maybe because the blood is still like digest. So it's not so good to eat pork just before sleeping. You eat pork for lunchtime or for breakfast, but try to avoid pork or cheese before sleeping. So here the diagram. So you have the same picture on the beginning from the slide, so you can go back to the video and make the diagram. If you remember, try to make it without copying, and then you can add one that you don't remember.
So try to locate where the mouth is, try to find out where the stomach is, try to find out where the small intestine is.
The liver.
Yeah, the liver as well, and the large intestine finally. Right?
Alright. So write down all the vocabulary in the notebook and find the meaning in Thai.
And try to finish the diagram on an A4 size paper, and do the markings that we have asked you to do in the picture.
Alright, so see you for the next lesson, and bye bye.